Boys, we're finally out of the trenches. It's been 6 long weeks, but UFC 324 is finally here. We're going to see Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim title because Ilia Topuria allegedly is wifed up. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that a little later. We have Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong in the co-main event because Kayla Harrison allegedly broke her neck. Kayla was supposed to fight Amanda Nunes, who they just brought in for whatever reason because women's MMA is a joke. But they had to pull that card. I mean, they had to pull that fight because nobody else is fighting Kayla. I mean, nobody else is taking Kayla Harrison's spot. Kayla Harrison has bigger shoulders than Paulo Costa, and Amanda Nunes is not fighting anybody else in the women's rankings. I can't even give you another fighter to give Amanda Nunes right now. That is how little I know about women's MMA. Now, we have Waldo Cortes-Acosta, who is on like his 6th fight in about 14 months, versus Derrick Lewis, the knockout king. Then we have Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas and sure, a bathroom break. And we finally have Arnold Allen, the return of the beast, versus Jean Silva. Absolute bangers. This card is going to be filled with heartbreaks, upsets, and I'm going to walk you guys right through all of it. I'm going to give you guys my full breakdowns and analysis for all these fights. We're going to start with the main event and work our way down, okay, boys? So, Justin Gaethje is going to be fighting Paddy Pimblett. Whoop-de-doo, right? Like, what great matchmaking. No Arnold, I mean, no Arman Tsarukyan, no Max Holloway. We're getting Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. By the way, Paddy Pimblett has fought 3 times in the past 3 years. His last 3 opponents are Bobby Green, Tony Ferguson, and Michael Chandler. Now, I know a lot of you guys hold that Michael Chandler victory so highly because Michael Chandler was just coming off of taking Charles Oliveira to a decision, which was 25 minutes. And, look, Michael Chandler thought that Paddy Pimblett was a scrub. He had no idea who Paddy Pimblett was. He was underestimating him. He thought that Paddy Pimblett was going to sit there and stand and bang with him like any other casual would. But Michael Chandler underestimated him, and that was to his detriment. Now Justin Gaethje knows, like everybody else, that Paddy Pimblett is not going to stand and bang with him, even though Paddy Pimblett's been saying, I've been having visions of seeing Justin Gaethje on the floor. I'm going to stand and, I don't know, my Scouser accent isn't really all there, but Paddy Pimblett's been saying that he's going to knock Justin Gaethje out. We know that that's a ploy. That's a tactic. That's why Justin Gaethje has been training with Fareed Zaim. If you don't know who Fareed Zaim is, he is the dude who just beat Nazim Sadikov, and let me tell you, I personally think that Fareed Zaim is going to be at least in the top 5 of the division. Dude is tall, lanky, fantastic at jiu-jitsu, great at sprawling, great at transitioning, great at scrambles, great at pretty much everything. Now, Paddy Pimblett, his striking, mid, terrible. Name one clip that you have of Paddy Pimblett. Name one clip. By the way, I can't believe all of you guys are just doubting Justin Gaethje. Like, let's not forget, Paddy Pimblett is the same dude who has a robbery over Jared Gordon. If Jared Gordon was going to fight Justin Gaethje, would you guys be betting on Jared Gordon? Like, are we even being serious here? Paddy Pimblett's over here talking about, my destiny is to fight Ilia Topuria. I'm going to win this fight, and then I'm going to go fight Ilia Topuria and knock him out. Bro, you're saying this because you got a water bottle thrown at you. Or you threw a water, like, I don't even remember who threw what. Like, there was just a water bottle thrown at somebody. Can we not forget, Paddy Pimblett fought Tony Ferguson, who was on an 8-fight losing streak at the time. Justin Gaethje started that disgusting, terrible, career-changing directory that Tony Ferguson decided to be on. And Paddy Pimblett gassed out against Tony Ferguson. He was out of breath. He couldn't finish him. Now, yes, Tony is an undefeated boxing prospect now, but that's just how life is. But Justin Gaethje completely scrambled whatever Tony Ferguson had up there in his little noggin, okay? Paddy Pimblett did not. Paddy Pimblett couldn't even crack the little yoke that Tony Ferguson has going on up there, okay? I cannot believe you guys are doubting Justin Gaethje. The dude who knocked out Dustin Poirier not too long ago, by the way, with a 1-2 head kick. Paddy Pimblett striking is mid. He is not going to be able to stand there with Justin Gaethje, not even at all. You guys are doubting the leg kicking, overhand righting, uppercutting Justin Gaethje, the dude who backflips off of octagons. Again, name one good win from Paddy Pimblett. Bobby Green? Like, name one good clip. Name one good combination you've seen him throw. Like, sure, he thrashed Michael Chandler around in the octagon. Big whoop-de-doo. Michael Chandler thought that Paddy Pimblett was a scrub. It's okay. Justin Gaethje's going to win this fight. He's going to go on to fight Ilya. I've been saying for a long time on this channel that Justin Gaethje has one of the best chances in lightweight to beat Ilya Topuria just because he has a chin of concrete. Just because he has a chin of concrete. And let's not forget, Paddy Pimblett's only way to victory is through submission. Like, that's it. There's no way Paddy Pimblett knocks out Justin Gaethje, like, absolutely at all. He has a chin of concrete. A chin of concrete. We've seen Paddy get wobbled. Okay, we've seen Paddy gas. It's like, it's over. It's done. It's done. Now, Paddy Pimblett, after Paddy loses this, they're going to book you up with Dan Hooker because of all that trash talking you were doing about Dan Hooker's mom. Okay, and Dan Hooker, just like a little sidebar, Dan Hooker won that exchange, okay? Him bringing up Ricky, R.I.P. Ricky, was way more of a critical shot to Paddy Pimblett than Paddy Pimblett talking about Dan Hooker's mom. And let's be real. Let's be real. Name one person in the top 10 that Paddy Pimblett could beat. Just one. Just one. He loses to BSD. He loses to everybody. Gamrot. Charles, of course. Ilya, of course. Like, Armand, of course. Name one person that Paddy Pimblett beats. Max? No. Like, no. Like, nobody. Nobody. Now, Justin, it's another, you know, it's another story. Fiziev even beats Paddy Pimblett. Now you're saying, oi, Fiziev sat on Justin Gaethje's head in the first round of the second fight. Sure. I mean, that was an accident, and look what happened to Fiziev after that. Justin Gaethje knows that Paddy Pimblett is going to shoot. That's why Justin is training with Fareed Zaim. Fareed Zaim is going to get us through this, boys. Fareed Zaim, of course, I don't know if I said this before, but Fareed Zaim training with, Fareed Zaim is a dude who beat up Nazim Sadikov. Fareed Zaim is fantastic at jiu-jitsu. I personally think Fareed Zaim is going to be top 5 in the division, okay? I feel like I said this before in the video, but I might just be tripping now. Moving on to the co-main event, boys, and we are going Justin Gaethje, by the way. Moving on to the co-main event. It was supposed to be Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes, but Kayla Harrison broke her neck, okay? She needs surgery on her neck, severed a disc in her spine, something like that. We hope Kayla Harrison gets well, but they have boosted up the Sugar Show and Song Yadong, my Chinese super soldier, to the co-main event. Now, it's still going to be 3 rounds from what I know, but who knows, okay? But who knows? But Sean O'Malley's career is over. It's done. It's over. Now, yes, he's coming off of 2 back-to-back losses. Erok, what? How is this mystic? How is this a mystic prediction? Like, he's 0-2 in his last 2. Yes, of course, but Sean O'Malley is a favorite. Sean O'Malley is a favorite against Song Yadong, the Chinese super soldier. Like, how do you guys even think that Sean O'Malley gets this done? Do you really think that he keeps it on his feet for 15 minutes and stays away from him? The playbook on how to beat Sean O'Malley was shown in front of us twice in a row. The past 2 times we've seen Sean O'Malley. He looked worse the last time we saw him than the first time. You just wrestle him. He has no wrestling. He has no grappling. Song Yadong's grappling is supreme. It's actually supreme. Like, don't even play with me. It's actually supreme. Okay? Even in his Mighty Mouse interview, Song Yadong was on an interview with Mighty Mouse recently with his coach Uriah Faber, and he was talking about how he goes to gyms regularly all over the world just to train jiu-jitsu. His jiu-jitsu is top tier. You guys really think that Song Yadong isn't going to take this to the ground? And even if he doesn't, Sean O'Malley has little tiny baby ant legs. The legs of an ant. Okay? As soon as Song Yadong kicks his legs once, twice, 3 times, it's over. Good luck putting pressure on that. Good luck running around the octagon, keeping Song Yadong away from you. Keeping your range. Good luck. Good luck. He's going to have a hard night out. And as soon as Song Yadong wins this fight, we're going to be talking about Song Yadong versus Peter Yan, and we're just going to forget about Sean O'Malley. It's going to be like in the gust of the wind. Where can he go? Not to 145. Look at that muscle mass. Compare the muscle. Look at the chest definition on Song Yadong compared to Sean O'Malley. He can't even go up to 145. He has to stay at 135. He can't go down to 125. He's just kind of stuck. When he loses this, who is he going to fight next? Corey? Corey? Sure, but then that's it. Because you lose to Corey too. The UFC protected Sean O'Malley for as long as they could. Now they are feeding him to my Chinese soldier. After Song Yadong wins this fight via leg kicks, ground and pound, and superior jiu-jitsu, right? We are going to be talking about him versus Petr Yan. We need this W back over Petr Yan. Petr Yan did step on my boy Song Yadong, and we need that. We need that W back. That hurt my heart. That hurt my heart. And the Corey loss. Song Yadong lost to Corey Sandhagen. That hurt my heart even more than the Petr Yan loss did, to be honest. Now, I hear some of you guys typing already. Hey, Sean O'Malley beat Petr Yan and Song Yadong didn't. That was a robbery. We all know that we all know that Sean O'Malley did not actually beat Petr Yan, that was a robbery. And if you don't come to terms with that, then I honestly don't know what to tell you. Moving on, boys, to the third fight of the card, right? Okay, yeah, I'm just making sure. The third fight of the card, boys. Well, on the main card, right? But Derrick Lewis is going to walk through Waldo Cortes-Acosta. I didn't even get to announce who's fighting. I'm sorry, I just had to get that off. We're getting Waldo Cortes-Acosta, who is on his 6th fight in, I believe, 14 months, versus the knockout king Derrick Lewis. Now, Derrick Lewis is sitting at a mighty nasty favorite. I believe he's plus 300 or plus 270. Why? Why? I mean, we already seen how many prospects we have fed Derrick Lewis. I mean, do we know how quickly fights can change when Derrick Lewis is in the octagon? One overhand right, one flying knee, one uppercut, like one shot to the body. Like, are we rewatch Derrick Lewis versus Alexander Volkov? If you don't know what, rewatch Derrick Lewis versus Alexander Volkov. Now, yes, Waldo has been leaving a lot of victims in the octagon recently. He's been doing his thing, but I'm never counting out Derrick Lewis. I'm sorry. He's been acting like this is his career resurgence. He's knocking dudes out in like 15 seconds, 20 seconds, flying knee against the thumb, whatever he did against Talison Texera. It's turning up. Now, yeah, Waldo is ranked above Derrick Lewis, but I can't. Can you guys seriously put your hard-earned money against Derrick Lewis? Like, I don't think Waldo's going to make this a tough night out. I don't think Waldo's going to go out there and try to wrestle with him. I really don't. I think Waldo's going to try to go out there and make this a bar fight, right? Which is, I love that. This is an entertainment thing for me. I love that. Oh, excuse me. I love that. That's awesome. But Derrick Lewis thrives in the bar fight. That's like where he lives, you know, like everybody says Derrick Lewis is a quitter, and I get that. I can see that, but not in the bar fight. Not in the bar fight. And let's not forget, Derrick Lewis said, "Look, I'll kick him in the potatoes. I'll eye poke him. I'll slap him around. I'll do whatever it takes for the victory," and I like that. I could put my bread with a dude who's willing to go the extra mile to make sure he gets the W, and I personally think Derrick Lewis is on his career resurgence. Again, it's heavyweight. Why are we not? It's heavyweight. You know what I mean? Like, how quickly can things change? I'm not going to keep repeating myself, but we're going Derrick Lewis here. We're going Derrick. Again, I told you guys in the beginning of this video, UFC 324 is going to be full of upsets and heartbreaks. It really is. It really, truly is. It's crazy how every single Saturday, well, not every single Saturday, we're on a 6-week break right now, but most Saturdays, we get to see people's dreams crushed right in front of us multiple times a night. It's kind of crazy if you think about it that way. If you really think about it that way, right? But moving on to, honestly, one of my most interesting fights of the night. Jean Silva versus Arnold Allen. Now, if you're coming to the sport new, congratulations, and you don't know who Arnold Allen is, Arnold Allen is coming back from a 15-month break. He had a shoulder injury, right? He had to repair that, do his thing, get healthy. Jean Silva is coming off of a knockout loss against Diego Lopez, and Jean Silva is a minus 300. Minus 300 for what? Like, for what? Holding himself on the cage and barking? For coming off of a knockout loss? Minus 300 for that? Let's not forget Arnold Allen took Max Holloway to a decision, held his own against him. Let's not forget Arnold Allen did his thing against Movsar Evloev, held his own against Movsar too. Okay? He learned some things from Max Holloway, learned some things from Movsar. By the way, he fought Movsar and Max back-to-back. What an animal. What a savage. Do you think Max Holloway is taking Jean Silva to a decision? Really? No. Jean Silva has the emotional intelligence of the dog that he is barking like, right? He is going to get knocked out. Just like what we saw happen to him against Diego Lopez, it's over for him. Arnold Allen has the advantage in the grappling, in the wrestling, in the power. I'm going to give him the power advantage, even though Jean Silva has more knockouts. Name one good Jean Silva win besides Kevin Vallejos. Bryce Mitchell? Bryce Mitchell? Arnold Allen is not Bryce Mitchell. No. No, he's not. Arnold Allen, again, has the wrestling advantage. Guess what? Jean Silva is emotionally charged. And I was going to say he's one-dimensional, like I've said in other videos, but he's not truly one-dimensional, but he is when he gets upset. Arnold Allen can make him frustrated with the range, with kicking his legs, punching him in the face, you know what I mean? Make him walk forward and just take the shot. He's better than him on the ground. Like, I promise you guys, Arnold Allen is better than Jean Silva pretty much everywhere on the mat. Pretty much. Arnold Allen is going to take away Jean Silva's little priority matchmaking he's been getting received, right? Because we can't lie, Jean Silva has been getting some little bit of easy matchups, some favorable matchups recently. Besides the Bryce Mitchell one, okay, I'll give you the Bryce Mitchell win. That was good. Bryce Mitchell was very competitive, but everything else, like he's been a step above everybody else, except for Arnold Allen. Do not tread over lightly that I said Arnold Allen took Max Holloway to a decision. All right, same with Movsar Evloev. Okay, just think about that. Think about that. So far, we're going with every single underdog. Justin Gaethje, Song Yadong, Derrick Lewis, Arnold Allen. Like, really? You guys are counting out all of my savages. Like, this is perfect. It's like a payday come true. It's like personally a payday come true for me. I am so excited. So excited. Do not forget how Jean Silva looked after Diego Lopez too, by the way. Head all bubbly, looking like a golf ball. All right, looking like a, you know how golf balls have the dents inside? Like a outverted golf ball. That's what Jean Silva looked like. Arnold Allen is going to hold his own, do his thing. I'm personally going to say Arnold Allen is going to submit Jean Silva. That's where my head's at. That's where my head's at. But I don't have fancy graphics for every single fight. So we have to go to Tapology. Shout out to Tapology and the people who run that. And I missed a fight on the main card. Natalia Cristina da Silva versus Rose Namajunas. But do you guys even care? Do you guys... Whoa, I didn't know Natalia Cristina da Silva was on a such a crazy win streak. 5 wins in a row. Big whoop-de-doo. Probably more. 19-5. Shout out to her. Minus 440. That's a little sick. That's a little sick. Never bet on women's fights. I'm telling you, don't bet on women's fights. Don't do it. Don't do it. Moving on, boys. They've disrespected Umar, but I get it. I understand why they disrespected Umar. I would disrespect him too. He got disgraced and disrespected himself against Merab Dvalishvili. Right? So, back to the prelims you go. Back to the undercard you go, you cheater. You know what I'm saying? They be cheating over there at that gym. Listen. The 5% of people who decided to pick Deiveson Figueiredo, you need to go get mentally checked. I'm dead serious. I am dead serious. Deiveson Figueiredo has lost it. Once I saw that fight against him and Corey Sandhagen 8 months ago and 8 months and 1 week ago, I knew it was over. I knew it was over. Corey Sandhagen said on the microphone yeah, you know, I had Deiveson in a 50-50 position, and he just kind of had no idea what to do. So I popped his knee out of place. Okay. You're a top-level MMA fighter. You don't know what to do in a 50-50 position. Your career is now over. And they have you fighting a Nurmagomedov. Like, do I even need to, like, really, like, do we even need to really break this one down? Seriously? Do we need to even break this one down? Yes. Last time Umar fought, I was calling for Mario Batista to take his head off, but I can't even, like, play around here. Deiveson Figueiredo, it's like, this is going to be like Umar versus a toddler. It's, like, not even going to be close. Deiveson is coming here just to make weight and make money making weight and just go home right after that. Umar, by literally whatever he wants, and in reality, it's probably going to be a decision victory. Now they have a real savage. A real African animal. Okay, don't clip that. No. Oh, all right. I meant that in a good way because he's from Cameroon. He's a minus 1,000 favorite. Audubon Gutierrez versus Androvi Petruniov. Now, Androvi Petruniov is 10-3, so he's not an absolute cam, but he's coming off of a loss. Okay, now it's a decision loss against Chris Leroy Duncan, and Chris Leroy Duncan is our boy. But let's be real here. Audubon Gutierrez looking like an unstoppable machine. We're going Audubon Gutierrez KO TKO. Again, the 4% of people who bet against Audubon Gutierrez, you need to get your head checked. But at least you're not the guys. The same 4% betting against Audubon, probably the same 4% betting against Umar. I'm not gonna lie to you because there's no way. Beautiful matchmaking, by the way. The UFC is just trying to farm clips for Paramount Plus. They're just trying to farm clips. They're trying to farm Umar clips of Umar, like hip tossing, Deiveson Figueiredo. They're going to farm an Audubon Gutierrez giving somebody a seizure clip against this guy. It's going to be a round 1 knockout. Okay. All right. They're farming Paddy Pimblett getting knocked out clips. Now, this fight, I'm like so curious on how this got made. Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas. Now, Modestas Bukauskas I am a big fan of. I'm a big fan of Modestas Bukauskas. But Nikita Krylov is coming off of 2 losses. Now, one is against Dominic Reyes, which was very unexpected, if you ask me. Nikita Krylov is very chinny. Like, I didn't think you were going to be that chinny. I really didn't. That kind of took me for a loop. I'm not going to lie to you. And then he's coming off of a Bogdan Gustavlov. Shout out to Bogdan. We love Bogdan over here. We love Bogdan. We love Walter Walker. Shout out to those savages over there. But Modestas Bukauskas is a different kind of breed. He beat up Ian Chudabella. He beat up Paul Craig. He beat up Rafael Cuera. He beat up Marcin Petrino. No idea who that dude is. We're going to go Modestas Bukauskas. But this fight is just a little interesting. It's definitely going to go to a decision. Definitely going to be a little bit of a war unless Nikita Krylov gets chinned early. But I see this going to a decision. I definitely do. But we're going to go Modestas Bukauskas here, boys. Moving on. Moving on to the man who should be the flyweight champion. The man who should actually be the flyweight champion, Charles Energy Johnson, the most active Twitter user on the UFC roster. They gave him a free W. A free Alex Perez. Look at this. This fight, I'm like, okay, we're fucking clip farming. We're really clip farming now. We're really clip farming now. Now, Charles Johnson, if you don't know, knocked out Joshua Van, who is the current flyweight champion, you know, even though he's not the true champion. The championship did not change hands the way it's supposed to, but it's okay. We'll get to it. We'll get to it when we get to it, whenever they give him, not Pantoja, Kepe, because Kepe's next. Let's give Kepe his shot, all right, against Joshua Van. Kepe, please do your thing against Joshua. Kepe, please do your thing against Joshua Van. But Charles Energy, let's be real, they're giving him a free W. They are. Alex Perez, yes, he's a monster. He has a chin. He does his thing. He takes beatings, but he has no shot. Minus 210 for Charles Johnson is so, like, disrespectful to Charles Johnson. It should be minus 5,000. Even though this is more than likely, that's more than likely going to a decision, but Charles Johnson should be minus 5,000. Moving on, boys. Michael Johnson versus Alexander Hernandez. Now, this fight gave me a headache. While I'm doing my research for this shit gave me a headache. It truly, truly, truly did. Now, boys, the split on Tapology doesn't show how close it really is, but I'm telling you guys, Michael Johnson has some real solid wins, coming off of beating up Daniel Zellhuberger. Now, yes, he has a loss against Diego Ferreira, but beat up Darius Flowers, beat up Adamana Zertard, no idea who that is, but he beat up Zellhuberger. Daniel Zellhuberger, he beat him up, whooped his ass, okay? But Alexander Hernandez is younger. He's coming off of some victims. Coming off of Chase Hooper. That really hurt my heart. Seeing Chase Hooper drop, my gooner, drop like that, tears strolled down my eyes. But this fight is very close. If I had to pick, I'd go Alexander Hernandez, but this is a pick'em. But this is a good fight to see what my boy Alexander Hernandez is kind of made of, even though we know what he's made of. He lost to Renato Moicano, but Michael Johnson is not an easy night out anywhere, by the way, but that's a pick'em. I would lean Alexander Hernandez. Moving on to the UFC, just clip farming yet again. Josh Hokit versus Denzel Freeman. Now, Denzel Freeman did win a fight. He's coming off of a victory a month ago. Crazy turnaround. But it was so boring that the UFC put a hit out on him and told him, you're going against Josh Hokit. We need somebody to get some knockout victories. We cannot have these decisions for the Paramount card. And they called upon Josh Hokit to take out Denzel Freeman. It's fine with me. I mean, I'm going KO TKO Josh Hokit. Nothing really much to say about that one besides Denzel, good luck to you, brother. Moving on, boys. This is an interesting fight. Ricky Turcos versus Cameron Smotherman. Now, both of these dudes' last fives don't really look that pretty, but don't let it deceive you. This is going to be a banger. At 136 pounds, this is more than likely going to a decision. Cameron Smotherman is the heavy favorite, but he has 2 back-to-back losses. One to Ricky Simon, so I hold Ricky Simon extremely highly. And Ricky Turcos lost to Alman Zabi, Raul Rojas Jr., which is like, really? And Bernardo Sopajai, who I have no idea who that is. We're going Cameron Smotherman, but I could see that going either way. And we have Ty Miller versus Adam Fugat. Obviously, they're trying to throw Ty Miller a victory. I mean, just look at the Christmas tree for the last 5 fights. Like, it just look at it. It's so evident. But boys, UFC 324, it's here. I'm ready. Now make sure you guys lock this in. I am not partnered, not sponsored with any bookies, right? So use your bookie, use your own thing. I'm not going to tell you what I use because they don't pay me, right? But lock it in. Everything I told you is mainly an underdog, boys. Justin Gaethje, KO TKO, Song Yadong, Derrick Lewis, Jean Silva going down against Arnold Allen. We're going Arnold Allen. All right. Everything else you could just run back. You know, we're going Umar, we're going Adaba, we're going Charles Johnson. You could just look through it. I hope you guys have a good one. I am ready for this card. Please save us, UFC. And I really just want a press conference where we get some heated moments between some of these fighters. Something. A back and forth. Somebody make this personal. Please. But boys, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to see any more UFC content. I stream every night at midnight EST except for Sundays. Okay, Sundays I'm off. But you can check that out on Spifar on Twitch or on my TikTok. I'm EROKMMA everywhere on all socials. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X, YouTube. That's it. And Spifar on Twitch. All right, boys? But I hope you guys have a good one. Justin Gaethje, please save us, because I cannot handle Paddy Pimblett being the champion. I seriously cannot, will not. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace out.